A day after Donald Trump absolutely refused to condemn white supremacy in America, he appeared at a campaign stop in Minnesota, at the Duluth Airport specifically, where he hurled all sorts of typical xenophobic rants against people of color, but in particular, Somali refugees. And that's relevant because Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who is from Minnesota, is a Somalian refugee. And so let's hear what he has to say in his disgusting rant during his rally.
Another massive issue for Minnesota is the election of Joe Biden's plan to inundate your state with a historic flood of refugees. And what about Omar, where she gets caught harvesting? What the hell is going on? I hope your U.S. attorney is involved. What is going on with Omar? I've been reading these reports for 2 years about how corrupt and crooked she is. Let's get with it. Let's get with it. I mean, frankly, harvesting's terrible, but it's the least of the things that she has done. How the hell? Then she tells us how to run our country. Can you believe it?
So what he's referring to there was a video put out by Project Veritas, which is not to ever be taken seriously by rational people. Project Veritas is known to spread disinformation campaigns. They have heavily doctored and edited videos to make it appear as though some sort of crime is being committed or some sort of illegal act is being committed, when in reality, the truth is further from what they're presenting. And this was a disinformation campaign that was promoted by Tulsi Gabbard, someone who paraded around as some sort of progressive, when in reality, she is in many ways extreme and an extremist in supporting Narendra Modi and his slaughter of Muslims in India. And I don't think it's any surprise that she promoted Project Veritas's disgusting video, which specifically targeted Ilhan Omar, who is a Muslim and a Somalian refugee.
All right, so look, the worst part of that was when he said, who's she to tell us what to do with our country? What do you mean our country? She's a United States Congresswoman. What do you mean our country? See, look, guys, there's really no debate as to whether Donald Trump supports white supremacists. It's Thursday. He refused to denounce them in the debate on Tuesday. He's had all this time. He still won't speak out clearly against white supremacists. But you don't even need that. Look at the way that he talks on a regular basis. Our country means it's for white people. It's not for a Somali immigrant who's now a US citizen, which means she is 100% American, who's now in Congress representing nearly 1 million Americans. Nope, but she's not really American. It's not really her country because she's black, she's Somali, she's Muslim. So the white supremacy is not hidden at all. It's completely plain to the naked eye. But it's not just Donald Trump. Did you hear that crowd? Now, that's what separates TYT from the rest of the media. Mainstream media will go tut tut, can you believe that? And then they'll move on. But there'll also be like a subtle thing of like, yeah, but it's Ilhan Omar, right? No, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. So like if he'd said that Joe Biden's not a real American, it's not his country, there'd be a much bigger uproar. Now I get it, they're in the middle of a presidential debate, but if he'd said it, a contest, but if he said it about someone other than Ilhan Omar, I think there'd actually be far more outrage. But even if you say, okay, I'll give the media that, at least they pointed it out. They never talk about the crowd. And the reality is that crowd loved that racist talk. So Trump supporters, fans, and voters are at least as guilty as Donald Trump. Part of the reason Donald Trump is doing it is because it works so well with his base. So, if something else worked better, he's a con artist. He doesn't really care. He's just giving back what he's seeing from the crowd so that you'll support him. And what he's seeing from the crowd is deep racism, and he's playing the hits back to them, and that's why they're cheering wildly as he spews that bigotry, plain as day in front of everybody.
So you're right, and this is really what he relies on. This is the red meat that he relies on for his base. And in Minnesota, Trump isn't doing so well based on polling. So I just want to go to this graph from 538 that shows that Biden does in fact have a lead 48-42 in the state of Minnesota. So that's what Trump is relying on to drum up his base.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.